Hey kids, what time is it?
Adventure time!
Where are we going?
Capitol Reef.
That's right. Are you so excited?
Yeah!
And James is excited too. All right. Thanks, Lydia. All right, we're going to be driving for 3 hours and 17 minutes, it looks like, and 204 miles to get to Capitol Reef. Let's go check it out. But real quick, before we take off, I wanted to just point out something I'm experimenting with. Normally when we go camping, I want the RV battery to be full by the time we get to where we're camping, so I just don't charge the Tesla the day we leave. But this time of year, we're in April, and we get a lot of solar yield this time of year, and it's more than a battery's worth of electricity that the solar panels produce. And so if you look right here, I've actually run down the RV battery just to 0%, just barely got there, and then I've tapered off on the Tesla charging, so it's just almost breaking even. And I'm going to go unplug the Tesla here in just a second. We're currently getting 1700 watts of solar, and right now it's 10:40 a.m. And so let's see how full the battery is by the time we camp tonight in Capitol Reef. Just unplugging the car now. Often during our road trips in either our Tesla or truck, we listen to audiobooks and we can all watch the beautiful scenery pass by. However, sometimes when we have a physical book, Jessica reads it out loud instead.
Oh, I should have brought some gum. Help your ears pop. You read it?
Yeah.
Every afternoon when Clara was lying down and Fräulein Rottenmeier, apparently in need of rest, mysteriously disappeared, which told about a dying grandmother, when she suddenly screamed aloud, "Oh, now the grandmother is dead!" Hey, how's everyone doing so far?
Doing great.
Has it been a fun trip? How's the back seat? How's James?
Good.
Hey, James! Don't let him grab it.
We're now in Torrey, gassing up here at a gas station in Torrey. So let's see what the gas comes to. While we're here, I thought I'd go ahead and check on the status of the RV battery, and it's at 81% and still charging. So it looks like it's not going to get full today, which is fine. We have plenty of energy. And it is nearly 3 p.m. It looks like it ended up being $95.93, and that is at $4.19 a gallon. We are coming up to the visitor center here. We're actually going to turn in and go up to the campground to fill up our fresh water tank. Since they have water fill here, we figure we might as well save on some gas mileage and not have all that extra like 400 something pounds of weight. So we're going to pull in here, get it filled up, and then continue on to our campsite, which is going to be on the other side, on the east side of Capitol Reef. We're at the Capitol Reef Campground. This is the pull in for the AB loop is what it's called. And so you can see over this direction, this is where all the campers are camped out. We're parked right here on the side of these dumpsters, and you can see they have a hydrant right here, and that's what we're using. But also right here, they have a fresh water fill. I decided not to use this one because the water pressure is really poor. Plus, there's kind of this janky end that is not threaded, so you have to stand there and hold it, and it takes a little while to do 45 gallons. And so we just passed on that option, and we went with this hydrant over here that also works. And then right over here is the dump, the gray and black tank dump that we'll probably use as we depart this area at the end of our trip. I have a 50-foot hose on this. I could have pulled farther forward, but I just wanted to stay out of traffic better. The fresh tank is almost full, and looking at the electricity, our battery is at 88%, and I just verified that the hot water heater is done filling up. So now I'm going to turn on the hot water heater here, and you'll see the electricity consumption is going to jump from, on L1 specifically, it's going to jump up to 1319 watts, where it was at 7 previously. And so we're going to be able to take some of this solar yield, and the battery is close to filling up, and so now this is going to take some of that solar yield and put it into hot water instead. So I'm hopeful that we actually won't get the battery full today, but I'm sure it'll fill up tomorrow. We just finished filling up the freshwater tank, and we're going to head to our campsite. Are you excited to go to our campsite, girls?
What's that word?
Ashes. There, I believe, is where we're headed, where those RVs are already. But there's an area here that I'm looking at, so we're gonna scout it out and see if we can find a good spot here. There's some people down here, and then there's some people already over here. So we're just gonna pull up here and look at the view, and we might have to back out. This is an aerial view of my originally intended camping destination, which is about 10 miles east of the Capitol Reef Visitor Center. The rock formations and coloring in this area is certainly a striking backdrop, and seeing it from the sky is even more stunning. As is the nature of boondocking, there are no reservations, and when we arrived there was already a couple of RVs where we wanted to be, and the alternative campsites in the nearby area were inaccessible for our size of trailer, or were just not appealing to be camped in, and they were too close to other campers, which I avoid whenever possible. So we continued driving down the road to see what else we could find. Not more than a couple of bends of the river farther down the road, we found this nearly perfect campsite that could clearly only fit us, and it was right next to the river. The only drawback is that it's closer to the highway than I like, and this highway has a fairly large amount of constant loud traffic on it. But hey, we still had a great time. We found a camping spot. We continued scouting down the road. There's this pullout here that we've stopped in. It's just a single spot, and so we have it to ourselves. And then just over here, we have the river going right past us that the kids can play in. It's nice calm water, and this is where we parked at the end of this pullout. A lot of cow patties. Yeah, that's how BLM land is often. So we've leveled the trailer and set it all up. Let's check on the battery. Looks like we're at 97%, and the hot water heater is all hot, and we're still getting 1500 watts of solar, and right now it is 5:04 p.m. I'm going to turn on the mini split. It's a little bit warm in here, almost 93 degrees outside, and we just turned on the mini split. And so the power consumption from that is about to ramp up. So right now we've got 25 watts being pulled, which part of that is the Starlink that I just plugged in and turned on. So when the AC gets ramped up, it'll be pulling quite a bit more, and I'll show you how much that is. I've set the mini split to cool down to 64 degrees, and right now it is pulling 920 watts. The solar is still producing 1400 watts, so the battery is actually still charging at the rate of 366 watts right now. So that's cool. We'll just use as much energy as we can while we got it. The sun's shining. And over this way is where I set up the Starlink. It's currently still acquiring its signal, and I have it plugged in over here in the previously the battery compartment for the 12-volt battery, and this is where I installed my EV charger outlet. And right now it's a NEMA 1450, and it's going to this adapter that goes to 4 regular household outlets. Right now it is 86 degrees inside, so it's come down a bit, and outside it's showing as being 90 degrees. And then checking out the battery, it just barely got to 100% a few minutes ago, and the solar is still producing just enough to meet the needs of the electricity on board, which you can see 953 watts are being pulled right now. The majority of that is going to the mini split, but the Starlink and what other minor loads are on the system are being pulled. And then over this way, I wanted to show, this is where the kids are playing in the water. So this is how close to the water we are. They're all the way down that way. Hey girls, how do you like the water? You love it? How do you like it, Lydia? Is it cold? Clara, don't wash away. Right now is April 30th, so the spring runoff melt is what you see in front of you. It's not terrible here, but it's definitely more water than will be here later in the summer. Hey James, are you having the best time? Yeah. Lydia, what happened?
I lost my tiny rock.
You had a tiny rock and you lost it in the water?
No, I dropped it.
Oh. Go show me where you dropped it. Maybe we'll find it. Hey Lucy, don't get washed away, okay? Good job, Lucy. You didn't wash away. This is Lucy's favorite rock. It is almost 6 p.m. and the battery just went from 99 down to 98%, and we're getting 336 watts of solar. The mini split is still pulling around 800 watts, and the temperatures are 73 inside and 83 outside. And we're just eating dinner. How's dinner, girls?
Good.
What is it?
I don't know what it's called.
Taco salad.
Taco salad.
How do you like your view out the window, girls?
I love it.
Let's try looking out this window. There we go. That's a good view. It is 6:30 and it got down to 68 degrees in here and everybody was getting cold. So we turned it back up. And so now the thermostat is set to 67 degrees. The battery's down to 97%, and we're getting 286 watts of solar. So the solar yield is almost done for the day. The mini split is still pulling 700 watts. We spent the rest of the evening playing in the water of the river as well as the sand around our campsite and just enjoying being on another adventure. I also did some research on what we wanted to do while we're here this week, and most importantly, what to do the next day. Prior to this trip, we had only decided when we would be there and generally where we would camp, and we had no specific plans, but just knowing that there's lots of cool things to see and hikes to do in this area. The next morning, the tree behind our trailer did a great job casting shade on the trailer, limiting our solar exposure for the first couple of hours. But that wasn't a concern, since this time of year the solar panels are capable of producing about 20 kilowatt hours, or double our battery storage capacity. That means there will be plenty of electricity to power the air conditioning and anything else that we need electricity for, plus fully charge the battery bank in one day. It is now 7 a.m. in the morning and the battery is down to 59%. We're just getting a little bit of solar at 29 watts right now. Inside right now it's just shy of 69 degrees and outside it's 48 degrees. And we had the mini split set to 68 degrees overnight. How did you sleep, girls?
Hey, this is James.
How did you sleep, Clara? How about you, Lucy?
You're what?
But you made it to the toilet.
Good job. James, how did you sleep? Great. Hey girls, what you doing?
Making a cake. I'm making a cake too.
Mmm.
He keeps getting in the way. I'm just stuff in that hole.
How are they treating you, James? They're not appreciating you.
He's ruining our cake.
James just loves the dirt, huh? That's what camping's all about, just playing in the dirt, right, girls?
Yeah, I love playing in the dirt.
As an update on the trailer, we're at 58%. I think it got down to closer to 53% this morning. We're getting 1,000 watts of solar right now. And you can see the AC load is 364, and most of that's on L1. So if we look down here, that is because the crock pot is going. This is our dinner we have going while we're away. And then we're making sandwiches for our lunch. We're about to leave, and we're going to go on some hikes and exploring all the sites around here. Are you excited, Lydia?
Yes. My feet hurt from listening on all the rocks.
Yeah, we were playing down at the water. Right now it is 10:03 a.m. We're at the visitor center here for Capitol Reef. Are you excited for the day's events, Lucy? Yep. Excellent.
I am too.
We're heading in to get some maps. That's a thing for scrubbing the mud or dirt off your shoes. How's James doing?
Not sleeping.
Hey, you were asleep in the truck. Go back to sleep. It's gonna bite you, Lucy. It's a snake.
Bit me.
What kind of snake is that?
Rattlesnake.
Lift it up. Does it lift up?
No. Oh, yeah.
Oh, a midget faded rattlesnake.
What happened? Owl skunk.
What is that, Lucy? It's showing uplift. Tectonic plates pushing against each other and going up. Yeah, it's showing how rivers change course over time, huh? We're at the Gifford House, which is a museum, and they have a store here that they sell pies, so we're gonna sample that. What did you girls find? Oh, little worm apple puppets.
Yeah, look at these things.
Mm,
Also, look at this hot pad.
really cute. Here's the view out of the Gifford House. Really nice view. We just got our pie and cinnamon roll and honey sticks from the Gifford House, and we're gonna try them out. They said that last year they sold 66,138 pies. James wants to play with the birds. Oh, they got away, James. This picnic table area next to the Gifford House is very pleasant. We're gonna head down the Fremont River Trail. Lydia, are you tired already?
No, I'm just hot.
Ah, it's a good thing you found a spot of shade, huh? It's nice to be able to go on a hike and get your feet wet and cooled down, huh, Clara? It's melting snow. I bet James wants to get in the water.
Yeah,
Hey,
walked
James.
over and he went,
Fremont River Trail, 1.3 miles. And this is where the amphitheater is as well.
It said, stand and face it and look right in its eyes. It says, don't crouch down or bend over. Staying upright helps you distinguish from potential prey, like deer and other smaller animals. If you're attacked, throw stones, branches, or whatever you can reach without crouching or turning your back. You guys just stay close to us. I think we'll be fine. Well, I think there's an amphitheater here I want to look at.
These are fruit trees, so pretty. Here's the amphitheater. Looks like they do geology talk every 3 p.m.
Young cottonwood saplings are delectable to beavers.
This is a really picturesque and quaint area. Girls, what do you think of this hike? It is a little hot. We've arrived at a transition point. For whatever reason, they have this gate. So we're going to turn around at this point. How are you feeling, Luce? Okay. All right, let's head back. Oh, James is asleep. James, dance some more. Dance. Whoa. You okay? We are now at the amphitheater where they have the geology talk. So we're going to stay here and watch it.
Oh boy, that's a black rock, huh? I have a kitty cat that does this with mice. Presents, yeah. You're gonna load me up here, aren't you? Yeah. Okay, well, I think this is going to be it. We can probably get started. My name's Keith Egan. I'm a professional geologist licensed in the state of Utah. I'm here to confuse you about geology today. When I talk to people about geology here, one of the hardest things for people to get their head wrapped around is everything here that you see that got deposited was flat, very flat, as far as you could see. To the north of us was ocean, as far as you could see. To the south of us was the rest of Pangea. The Moenkopi, which is this red hill that you see off over here, that was tidal flats. The ocean went back out. It was all mud flats for the most part. In the middle of it was kind of a delta for a while. After that, it dried out a little bit, but not a lot. We end up with the Chinle, which is this hill here with the green layers in it. That was caused from a lot of organic in the dirt, in the soil. And as it decomposed, it consumed all the oxygen, and the iron that was in it was reduced. Reduced iron is green, oxidized iron is red. That's what's on the cliffs. So just a different regime. One had oxygen, the other one didn't. It got a little wetter again. The banded rock that you see on top of these cliffs, it's not real banded, but it's banded enough that you can see that it's different. That was streams that came in and reworked a lot of the sand. The Navajo that you see on the top, that white dome, largest sand sea in the world ever recorded. It went from south of Zion. Well, most of Zion is made out of that rock. It goes all the way up into Wyoming, all the way into Colorado. It was huge, and it was all derived from rivers coming off the Appalachian Mountains in Kentucky, Tennessee area. And a lot of places, if you look around, you'll see little round holes in the rock all over the place. That's the gypsum and the salt in the rock trying to get out. And as the groundwater transports the stuff through the rock, it evaporates real close to the surface, leaves the salt behind. And if you've lived in an area where you throw salt on your driveway, you know what happens to your driveway. It starts to break up. Well, this is the same thing here. Salt, when it crystallizes, has 17 times more force that it puts out than ice does. So it just breaks stuff up. So you got these little spots where water's trying to work out. It pops all the grains of sand loose because they predominantly occur in the sandstone. And it's from the material being transported through the rock. And as it evaporates, it pops everything loose and the wind carries it away. And it leaves these round holes.
About water, how do the fruit trees get enough irrigation here? I don't see any type of...
They do flood irrigation. This field here will be totally soaked. It was Saturday. Some kids went running across it. They were like up to here in water. Yeah. It's just all diverted. It's all gravity flow. They do some spray irrigation over here, but most of it is just flood irrigation.
This is an old Fruita Schoolhouse, and it's locked. You can't get inside it, but we can look in the windows. That's cool. They still have the old desks, and I see a little glass bottle. That's for ink.
So do you guys remember in Laura Ingalls Wilder, they talked about the youngest kids had to sit on the front row and they had to hold all their stuff because there was no desk in front of them, because the desks are all hooked to the back of the seats.
Hey, I see an apple on the desk.
Oh yeah, because an apple for the teacher. So they had to use chalkboards to do all their lessons. Look at that tiny eraser, Clara.
Can you imagine going to school with this as your background? Yeah, somebody scratched. Looks like it says Fruita. Fruita Grade School. What a beautiful setting. I just love all these giant, gorgeous trees. And then all the orchards in the background over there as well.
On top of it and down there.
At the Fruita Schoolhouse, huh?
We stopped here on the side of the highway because there's a cabin here called Behunin Cabin. Amazingly, this home, that by today's standards is tiny, had a couple and their 13 children living in it. They built this home in 1882, but unfortunately, due to the floods and harsh living conditions, they moved away after only a year. They moved to the Fruita area upstream and became one of the first families to settle that area, which is where the fruit orchards come from that are enjoyed by tourists to this day. Can't really see inside that window. Let's see what we can see this way. The girls were pretty immediately uninterested in the cabin, but they love these rock formations. Just wants to play in the hole. The kids all found their favorite hidey holes.
This is not my patio.
It's your patio?
Not right now, I don't think.
I'm in a
It's never gonna run out of sand.
So much sand in your shoes. We are back at our trailer, and as you can see, the mini split fan is spinning. We left the air conditioner on the whole time while we were away, down to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And in here right now it's showing as changed to 71, and outside it's about 80 degrees. With the doors been open, so it's warming up. Our battery is currently showing 99%. I imagine it's been at 100% most of the day. And we've had the crock pot going, so we have lasagna ready to go, so we're gonna eat dinner. Girls, how's your lasagna?
Good.
Perfect. It is so nice coming from a long day of activities and hiking to just a cool trailer that it has already food made in it ready for us to eat.
This is how
Great way to do it.
is.
Oh, that's how good. All of her thumbs. Okay.
All these are thumbs too.
Hey girls, what you got there? Ice cream cones.
You have one too.
In the desert. It's definitely a game changer having a freezer when you're camping versus obviously a tent where you wouldn't probably. All right, we're starting up a fire together. Girls, who lit the fire?
Us.
All three of you did. That's right. Good job starting the fire, girls. This is the Victron monitoring portal that shows the electrical system of our trailer from that day. This is the first day of the trip. You can see here at the beginning of the day that I was discharging the RV battery into our Tesla Model S. Here it got down to 0% as I showed in the video, and then as we drove, this was the electricity that was produced throughout that drive. This is one of the things that I love about rooftop mounted solar panels on an RV instead of ground deployed panels, because you can generate electricity while you're traveling, which in our case was virtually all the electricity that we got in our battery for that day. Here the battery peaked at 100%, and that didn't happen until about 5 p.m. and then it went down from there. And you can see our energy consumption jumped up once we got there, and we turned on the mini split for air conditioning and warmed up dinner and that sort of thing. We consumed 9.1 kilowatt hours throughout that whole day, and the solar production was 17 kilowatt hours. For the second day of the trip, you can see we started out the morning midnight at 77%, and then it bottomed out at 54%, and we had the mini split on all throughout the night, and so that's what you're seeing here. A couple of times there are some spikes, and that's when the water heater kicks on for just a little bit to bring the water heater back up to temperature. And then we wake up in the morning, we warmed it up a little bit in the trailer, and we also cooked breakfast, and that's where this energy is going, the red bars. And then the solar production, of course, ramps up as well. If you recall, there was a tree shading the trailer, so it took until about 10 a.m. before we started to really produce a lot of electricity. And then up here, the battery filled up at about 1 p.m. So from then on, you can see the solar production was quite low because it had nowhere to go, with the battery just being at 100%. But it was still producing some because we also had electricity being consumed, and so it was just immediately being produced and consumed in that moment, and then it tailed off throughout the rest of the day. So for that day, our consumption was 8.3 kilowatt hours and our solar production was 11.4 kilowatt hours. We spent the rest of the evening chilling around our campsite, playing in the sand, reading books, and whatnot, as the sun set around our camp. Capitol Reef National Park is a certified international dark sky park as of 2015, so it is a great place to be able to see the stars. Unfortunately, areas like this are becoming increasingly difficult to find, so I took advantage of the opportunity to get some night sky pictures. But unfortunately, the cloud cover didn't cooperate, so I only got a little bit of it. In our next video, we continue exploring the Capitol Reef area by hiking the Capitol Gorge Trail, catching lizards, and climbing around on the rocks before checking out more historical farms and petroglyphs. If you want to be automatically notified when our next video publishes, just click on the subscribe button and change notifications to all. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.